Welcome back. Here we are in chapter 15, and we're making our way through the story, and we're up to 15.3. Reach beyond the light of dawn across the endless sea of sand. I expected more information on like what's going on and stuff like that, because we've got stuff with Otto and Durandal, but it just seems... I don't know, it's like almost like a prophecy or a warning or a riddle of sorts, you know. Right, straight into battle? Okay. I see you. You destroyed the scaffolding, that's just mean. Hey, you were pointing in the opposite direction. I dodged for that entire purpose. Grab him. Oh, I like her. It's not so much I like her skills. It's the animation around it. There's just something about her animation that's really cool. Have that, mate. Oh. That's a dun 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 already? I mean, I'll take it. Vimmer Labs, 1 kilometer underground. The facility bustled with activity. Work begun with the end of every test. Instruments must be switched off or reset. The site must be cleared. The Vimmer facility was dedicated to experiments using the second key and could withstand any surface-level attacks. Yet this key installation was only defended by a single Valkyrie. And this Shikshgal ace rested in her quarters with a stern look on her face.
Rita.
She had just read the Artemis report sent by her adjutant, Rita. Last name. The most powerful Valkyrie of Shikshgal left her quarters without a word. Oh, next stage, next stage. Dun, dun, dun. 3 hours later, here we go. The night sky lit up and illuminated the entirety of Ark City. The residents looked upon this with wonder. They would do. They would never know that they had just escaped the clutches of death. Nor would they notice the savior of the city plunging lifelessly through the clouds. No one noticed except for one. May dashed across the city's skyline, hoping to catch Kiana and break her fall. That would hurt you, surely. Enemy mechs closed in from all sides. May could not afford to slow down. I'm glad we get to play this. Would have been like just going back a bit and seeing how she got there. Like, yeah, that's cool. I'm not sure how this thing's attacking. Please tell me we're gonna catch a train of some sort, that'd be cool. Have a fight on a train. That'd be nice. No particular reason, just be cool. I may as well use them here. That you lot? That was me. May kept swinging her blade. It was the only thing she could do. She finally broke through the final defenses. She was so close to her friend, to Kiana. Ew. Very frozen. I like the absence of music here. Hi. What? Before May got any closer, a brilliant blue comet fell from the heavens. The light faded and revealed a blonde Valkyrie who stood in her way. I was gonna say, it felt like I was being attacked because my controller was vibrating like crazy, and I could hear noises, and she's behind me in like just the red targeting area. Totally was attacking me. Totally was attacking me. The wielder of the Divine Key Abyss Flower, and the Ace S-Rank Valkyrie of Shikshka. May, an ex-Valkyrie, knew about Durandal's fearsome exploits. May faced the legend of Shikshka, but she would not back down from the fight. May drew a deep breath and tightly gripped her weapon. Oh my. See there, is there a way I can move down like the battle tip? Because it's like, I want to move it down. D-pad does nothing. See, this is why I ignore that box off to the left. Because it's just like, no. What's this execution value? I'm not paying attention to anything as a result of talking about that. It may have said that in the box. Yeah. I can't move. Hi? Ow! Right through my gut.
ここまでです。あなたに勝ち目はありません。ライデン・メイさん。まだ終わってない。キアナちゃんは渡しません。いい目ですね。でも今のあなたにはまだその意志に見合う力がありません。
Durandal leaped into the sky with Kiana, leaving a bright afterburner trail behind her. The glowing trail soon disappeared. May realized that she was left alone on the empty street. May gave chase and ran as fast as she could and tried to push herself beyond her limit. But however hard she tried, she fell further and further behind the trail of light. She exhausted every last bit of her strength and was forced to stop. Oh no. She shook uncontrollably and released an emotional outpouring of regret, anger, and guilt. The ease with which Durandal brushed her aside and spoke of the fight cut like a knife to her heart. The act of recalling that fight made it worse. Her best friend was taken, robbed with such terrifying ease. But May could not forget this. She could not stop thinking about Kiana. The joyful time at St. Freya seemed to have just taken place yesterday. And then Kiana suddenly turned into the Void Queen of the Honkai, who wore a grim smile on her face. May fought long and hard for this reunion, only to see Durandal swooping in and taking her away. Everything had changed except for herself. She remained a timid girl hiding in her corner. She understood that her chances of getting her back were growing slimmer. Oh, poor May. Next stage. Dun, dun, dun. Hello. Honestly, forgot about Rita. Heliopolis, this is Life Science Arc City. Rita stood amidst the wreckage. She just learned that Durandal responded to her request for help. That thought alone comforted her.
アルビトルさん、大丈夫ですよ。先ほどの空中での爆発はご覧になりましたか？空の律者が本当に彼女が崩壊エネルギー爆弾を処理してくれたんですか？彼女はどうしてそこまで？この都市と人々を守るためにです。でも彼女は律者ですよ。今私たちには他にやるべきことがあります。上条製薬から解毒剤を入手しました。彼らの計画は失敗に終わりました。逃げられてしまう前にその尻尾を捕まえなければいけません。疲れを取る時間がありません。急いで上条製薬の情報を。
These damn elevators again.
大物が釣れるかもしれませんし。さすが副隊長。ずっと先のことまで考えておられる。
They're always trouble, aren't they? They're always trouble.
警備システムがダウンしています。ハッキングが。上条製薬のシステムが破壊されていますね。どうやら証拠を消そう。目標が姿を現す。お目覚めよ、競争の主よ。いや、極寒が
Freeze. Yeah. This kind of puns I'm wanting from this game. Like, there's options here, but they don't seem to be doing it. They might be doing actually. They might just be in Japanese or Chinese or... Is Korean an option? I can't remember now. Or is that just, I'm just thinking of Genshin as there being Korean as an option. Is Korean an option in Genshin? Can't remember.
渡りガラスには仲間がいます。空の律者曰く犬頭をかぶった人がいる。犬頭？どういう意味でしょうか？何かの例えかもしれません。とにかく急ぎましょう。
I was wondering, like, where are we meant to go?
やはり遅かったですか。
Rita bit her lips when she saw the thoroughly destroyed database.
アルビトルさん、残ったデータの回収をお願いします。
Beep.
リタ、そちらの状況はどうなっていますか？デュランダル様、上条製薬のデータの大半は破壊されていました。今、緊急措置を講じています。ご支援、感謝いたします。ええ、そちらは任せて良さそうですね。こちらは今、空の律者を回収しました。ですが、すぐに戻れとの命令を主教様からいただいたので、みんなと合流する時間はありません。かしこまりました。
Rita tried to remain calm, but she refused to cover up her failures.
デュランダル様、この度の失態による責任は全て私が負います。 それに関しては報告を確認してから判断します。処分をお待ちしています。リタ、そんなことを言うなんてあなたらしくありませんよ。自分を責める必要はありません。あなたが無事ならそれでいいんです。ありがとうございます、デュランダル様。
The long and dark night at Ark City finally ended with the arrival of dawn. But the serpent remained hidden, prepared to make its next move. Oh yeah, I was thinking like, well what's next? The serpent, forgiven? Forgiven. So close to 60, which means I kind of want to get 60 just so it's like some of those surveys that I'm filling in for another game that's coming out called Star Rail. Yes, I may have learnt of that ages ago. But anyway, yeah, survey keeps asking what my level is in Honkai. And it's like, it asks you like, are you below 60, 60 to this, 60, like 65 to 70, that kind of thing. And it's like, I want to say I'm over 60 because it's like, I'm so close. It's like, I'm so close. Like, come on. I could lie, but doesn't feel right, does it? Doesn't feel right at all. Have we seriously not got anything like... Oh. Alright then, so Lurking Umbra, let's have a look.
ハイヘビの近闇市と上条製薬は片付けた。渡りガラスも無事撤退できた。天球師の成婚計画は実に残念だ。空の律者という貴重なサンプルも失った。気分が乗らないな。しかしこれほど大事になるとやはり見て見ぬふりはできぬようだ。デュランダル、やっと姿を現したか。孫主、デュランダルが空の律者を連れて行きました。追跡班の報告によりますと、その目的地は北アフリカ、崩壊に破壊された無人都市です。その場所は過去2年間で十数回の異常崩壊エネルギー増幅反応が観測されています。偶然にもその反応は我々がよく知るものです。あの無人都市は第2の神の鍵の実験場に違いありません。
出発しよう。僕たちにはやるべきことがたくさんある。
それともう一つ、15分と36秒前、不安定な状態にあったイオス号エンジンと接触した後、キアナ・カスラナが初めて自身の意志で空の律者形態になりました。崩壊エネルギー指数はシーリンのものとかなり差がありますが、彼女の羽化はすでに開始したと考えられます。彼女をいかがなさいますか？
彼女のことは僕が決める。
承知しました。
Just wondering where this whole thing with the serpent is gonna be heading. Oh, got a lovely little scene as well. Like, again, like these icons excite me because it's like usually we get something good. Usually.
私、どうなったの？体が重い。
She could not see, hear, or smell anything. Her reached around and felt nothing. She reached around and felt nothing. It felt as though she was swallowed by the darkness, and her body just kept sinking. Kiana tried to break free, but the harder she struggled, the deeper she sank. She wanted to scream for help, but no voice made its way out of her lungs. She finally saw a beam erupting from the depth of this abyss. Kiana tried to move herself closer to this beam. The beam grew brighter. Kiana could feel her senses returning. And then she heard a soft voice calling her name.
Kiana-chan. Kiana-chan.
It was gentle and familiar. Kiana recognized it to be Mei's. She was almost out of strength when she made it to the portal from which the light poured through. She instantly left the darkness behind her and dove into the world of the other side. Before she could celebrate her escape, the scene she saw shocked her.
何これ？どういうことなの？メイ先輩、どこにいるの？
The once prosperous Ark City was consumed by fire. Smoke and screams of pain and suffering filled the skies. Kiana tried looking for May in this devastated ruin of a city, but found nothing but despair. She refused to believe this. She thought she had thrown that cursed bomb into space. Yes. How? What destroyed this city? Kiana desperately looked around for the cause of this disaster. She suddenly noticed her trembling hands. Her own hands. The hands of the Hersher of the Void.
違う。そうじゃない。メイ先輩、信じて。私はちゃんと。違うの。違う。メイ先輩。夢。よかった。待って、ここは。
目が覚めたんですね。
I thought they were doing an experiment on her, but alright, nightmare. Kiana's body tensed at once. She did not know this voice.
あんたはデュランダル？
はい。
Kiana's eyes slowly adapted to the light. She found herself in a heavily guarded cell. She knew at once what had happened to her.
研究士はどうなったの？それとメイ先輩はどこなの？
あそこの危機はすでに去りました。怪我した市民もいません。今バルキリーたちが後片付けをしています。
What book is she reading?
ライデン・メイとその仲間は合流し研究士を離れました。
メイ先輩、よかった。無事だったんだ。
あなたが今いる場所は天明の北アフリカの実験基地です。他に聞きたいことはありますか？
デュランダル、いつかあんたと向き合う日が来るとは思ってたよ。
心の準備ができているのでしたらこれからのことはスムーズに進みそうですね。質問がないようでしたら横になってください。あなたには休息が必要です。
Kiana sensed no hostility, but that only made herself more vigilant. She tried to appear calm. She knew that her situation was one of the worst things that could happen.
委員長、委員長。
Kiana called out to Fuha in her mind, but there was no reply. She then closed her eyes and tried reaching out to her, but Fuha remained silent. Thought about Fuha's final words. The sense of despair she felt at Ark City loomed over her once again. But she was no longer the helpless Kiana from the past.
どうやら頼れるのは自分の力だけみたいだね。空の律者の力を使えば、多分。
休息が必要だと言いましたよね。
いつの間に。
Kiana saw her own panicked expression reflected on those blue eyes. Durandal's glare stifled her escape attempt.
この実験室は地表から1000メートルもの深さにあります。逃げられませんよ。
気づかれた？なんで？
不思議に思う必要はありません。あなたの考えがとてもわかりやすいからです。あなたの体は傷だらけで律者コアの侵食を受け続けています。先ほど気絶した時もあなたは崩壊エネルギーを出し続けていました。以前はどうだったかわかりませんが、少なくとも今のあなたはあの力をコントロールできません。ここを出ればあなたは時限爆弾になります。私の言葉が分かったようですね。では何をすべきかも分かるはずです。
15-7 it is. Kiana woke up from her nightmare and saw a fair-haired warrior. That literally just happened, yes, we know. What? That seems strange. Very strange. I moved!
主教様、彼女が目覚めました。 ても不思議です。律者の力を使い続けていたにもかかわらず、彼女の体内の崩壊エネルギーは増大しています。
衛星による天球子上空の観測によれば、あのエンジンが爆発した後に発生した崩壊エネルギーは拡散するどころかきれいに消失していた。空の律者があのエネルギーを吸収したのは明らかだよ。彼女は予想通りに成長している。本題に戻ろう。彼女が目覚めたのなら早速実験の開始だ。
今からですか？少し早すぎる気もしますが、今の彼女はまだ天命に強い敵意を抱いています。
あれらのことを経験した後の彼女に天命を信用させる方法が残っているとは思えないよ。逆に今の彼女の状態なら僕の望んだ力を見せてくれると思うが。さあ、実験を開始しよう。君ならうまくやってくれると信じているよ。君のやり方でね。
承知しました。
Private quarters. Kiana stared at the salad. For the first time in her life, she lacked an appetite for food. The Ark City dream and Durandal's words haunted her. May's faint, ghostly voice further tugged at her heart. Her gentle voice was once part of Kiana's life. She would hear it when getting out of bed, having a meal, or taking a class. Kiana then started reminiscing about her seemingly ordinary life at Sin's Freya. The door suddenly opened before she could seek comfort from past memories. Psh!
どうしたんですか？バサは苦手ですか？
魚は好きじゃない。骨があるから。昔は骨を取ってくれる人がいたんだけど。
冗談が言えるほど回復したのであれば、あなたの体を心配する必要はありませんね。
Durandal quickly cuffed Kiana.
ついてきてください。
ここはどんなところなの？
見ての通り、ただの廃墟です。
誰がこんなことを？
崩壊の他に、都市を一瞬で滅ぼすものがありますか？
As Durandal's prisoner, Kiana thought of things to say but secretly studied her surroundings.
見た感じ、役に立つ情報はなさそう。
Durandal's intent remained a mystery. This trip presented a good opportunity. Kiana focused on the dimensional fissures nearby that are visible only to the Hersher of the Void. Having spent countless dreams training with Fuhua, she could now find a safe, stable passage within the fissures. But she would need a vast amount of energy to achieve this teleportation, and she had only one shot at this.
委員長。
Kiana thought about Fuhua again, but her guiding voice was nowhere to be found. Now that she was recaptured by Shikshikal, what would happen to Fuhua within her mind? Kiana gave that no further thought. She knew she had to escape. Woo! A sudden gust of woo created a dust cloud that separated the guard from her prisoner. Kiana seized the moment.
今だ。
Now, she concentrated energy within the invisible dimension and tore the space apart like paper.
早くここを出ないと。
小細工はやめてください。
そんな、どうして？
A lance landed near her feet. She lost her focus. The portal disappeared without a trace.
そんなにここを出たいなら、そういうやり方はやめてください。騎士のように正々堂々と私を倒してから、ここを出てはいかがですか？
Whose pride? Having said those words, she opened Kiana's cuffs and let them fall into the sand.
避けては通れないみたいだね。わかった。望み通りにしてあげるよ。
そろそろ終わりにし。
I mean, that's just not fair. You can't stop a battle midway through. It's cheating. Didn't even get me. Ow! It's quite painful, you know. It's mean. Ow. They try to evade at the right time. It's like, you got so many things going on, like, no. Am I meant to lose this one? If we do, we'll just use some crystals. Unless I can get these healthy things. It's like I feel like we're constantly evading with her. Oh, I thought I had the timing down then. Ow! Oh, I thought I had it! We're not finished yet, yes. She's back. No.
素質は悪くないです。私の攻撃を見たらすぐに対処法を見出しているようですが、明らかに鍛錬が足りていません。
なんなのこいつ。私を分析するほど余裕ってわけ。でも本当に強い。実際に戦ってみて分かったけど、私の知っている誰よりも強い。
攻撃で相手を押しつぶし、隙ができた瞬間に致命的な一撃を与えるんです。
そんなの言われなくとも分かってるよ。
In the air imploders, Kiana launched herself at Durandal like a cannonball coiled for a powerful kick. Sharp pain shot through her waist. Her attempt was stopped in its tracks. Durandal easily evaded her attack and responded with a similar kick that sent her flying.
そんな嘘だ。その動き、なんであんたもカスラナのガン型が使えるの？
これは非常に強力な武術です。天明の図書館で研究しました。しかしあなたの動きにはまとまりがなく、全くの別物です。
だってクソパパがそれしか教えてくれなかったんだもん。
あなたの動きは純粋なガン型ではなく、ところどころにバルキリー格闘術の要素が多く含まれています。異なる武技を融合するのは戦士として必要なことです。けどあなたは才能に頼ってその動きを無理やり取り入れています。努力もなければそれを理解しようともしていない。まるで大道芸のようですね。
何が言いたいの？
基本となる格闘技もままならないということは、あなたはまだ不完全だということです。あなたでは自分の力をコントロールできません。空の律者。
Dan! Could you have won that? And does it really change anything? I don't think it does it? Like, based on like, the conversations that we're having, it's like, no, like, even if I won, it would have been fine. I don't know. I think I did alright after a while. Could have done better. But...
あなたでは自分の力をコントロールできません。空の律者。
For many months, Kiana fought many battles, alone while she drifted about in Ark City. But Kiana felt this battle was different. Her instincts warned her of an insurmountable gap between her and Durandal. Brute force would not defeat this opponent. She needed a different approach. Then came a stroke of inspiration. She remembered Fuhua's teachings.
献身を体を競技状態に入るものだと理解するといい。試合の前に頭を空っぽにして 体をリラックスさせる。体の細かい変化を感じる。最後、体に流れる力以外、何も知らず、何も感じない。
Kiana gradually let go of herself. She paid no heed to who, why, or where she was fighting. Months of honoric training and life or death situations culminated in this very moment.
モーネを断ち、呼吸を落ち着かせる。何も知らず、何も感じない。
ほう。退去剣気ですね。なるほど。力技だけではないようです。
ウォーミングアップは終わったよ。ここから私の本気を見せてあげる。
これでしたらそろそろいいかもしれません。その勢いを保ったまま、実戦でも頑張ってください。
実戦？何のこと？何あれ？
あなたの相手は、それらです。
何を言ってるの？私たちの戦いはまだ終わってないよ。
すみません。これからのテストこそが私の仕事です。全力でそれらを倒して、生き残ってください。
It's too quiet. I don't like it when it goes quiet. Not quiet. That's better. It's like it unnerves me. Silence is very, very, very creepy to me. Like literally in real life, like I don't like silence. I think I mentioned this before, it's like Sarah's similar with that aspect as well. It's like she doesn't like silence, so it's sort of like when we're trying to sleep, we usually have something on in the background. Just because we don't like the silence. Which was funny at first, because she was so apologetic of like needing background noise when like, we're sleeping in the same bed and stuff. It's like Sarah, I'm the exact same way, it's fine. It's like, I don't think she believed me at first, I think she thought I was being nice. Because obviously we didn't know each other too well at that point. Like further down the line, it's like, oh, you weren't making it up. Like, no, genuinely don't like silence. Don't really know why. I think it's just sort of like a... My mind is searching out for like information to understand like the situations or something like that. I don't know what my brain's doing at that point, but it is like it's lurching for signals or something. And if it's not getting any, it's like, why isn't there any? I need information to understand what's going on. So if like there's background noise, like say an episode of The Office, an episode of Star Trek, an episode of Community, something like that, then it's nice.
倒せたと思ったらまた出てくるなんて、天球師の虫よりもしつこい。このまま戦っても無駄に力を消耗するだけ。こいつら空中のあの空洞から出てきてたよね。だったらまずはあれをなんとかしないと。行って。
Well, well, well.
空洞が消えた。やった。次はあんただ。
An exhausted Kiana crumpled to the ground. She spent nearly all of her strength to deal that blow. She was in no shape to continue the fight. Her consciousness slipped away despite her struggles. The last thing she saw was the blonde Valkyrie slowly approaching her. Even then, she had yet to realize the purpose or meaning behind that test. Bam! 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 Alright, so I feel like now we got rid of that portal, that's actually a good place to end this part. Let's see where we are in progress of the story and stuff, get that claim as well. Do I need to get one over here? No. 61%. Oh, we got Scorching Trout. No more where's the next interlude? 59. That's the next one as well. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that's a good place to end this part. We'll see you in the next part. I might go have a look at Scorching Trials first. Probably won't be connected to the story, but you never know, so it's worth a look. That kind of thing. So, we'll see you next part. Ta-da for now.